Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where we review movies and TV shows, including all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics and DC Comics. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel, baby, and show me some love. Let's go. Now, we're on the season finale, aka episode 6, for the Moon Knight series. And of course, this is a spoiler, so you have been warned. So, definitely, if you've not seen this show, please go on that Disney Plus streaming service, watch the whole Moon Knight series because it's good. Then come back because this is definitely spoiler. So, you've been warned. Let's get into it. On the season finale on episode 6, we finally see Ammon with a high action packed adventure, and it felt like another Marvel film, like the last two episodes has feeling like lately with this series. And Ammon, she was just a beast. Like, she was good. This whole episode definitely had a plot twist with definitely a hope of a season 2. And it was such a great show, and I just like the way how Marvel dealt with the DID, with like people with like mental health issues and a split personality, and the way they came up with this issue and handle it. I thought Disney and Marvel did a really great job with that. This episode was such great. It was not a definitely not a let down, but it's a cliffhanger, of course. But this is a show that definitely needs a season 2, and I hope Marvel will announce that this year or whenever they get a chance. But I definitely want them to do a season 2 at some point, because Moon Knight, this whole show was good. Season 1 was the best. This is a show that I would definitely rewatch again just to pick up with some more clues and figure out some more theories, of course. But I really enjoyed this show, and episode 6 really brought a lot of fun action pack. I enjoyed the thriller psychological ride to it, and there's so much more they can do, and I know they will. But hopefully, Moon Knight and all these other characters will be spread out in other shows. And of course, I hope I could see Moon Knight in the big screen at the theater someday, even if it's his own movie or a part of a another Marvel film, obviously. So I can't wait to see Moon Knight team up with any of the other Avengers that are still out there in some way. So this is definitely what I want to see, and I hope I get. Let's talk about Mark and Steven. In this episode, Mark and Steven finally worked together. They talked to Khonshu, made a deal with him, and I thought that was just really fun. Like, now they feel comfortable with each other, they trust each other. I think this is helping Mark mentally heal up, and the fact that he's recovering from the abusive childhood, from especially from his mom just blaming him for his little brother drowning in that cave, and the abuse that she gave him after that. And mentally, he's scarred, but with this really does help him have a cleared mind. It kind of takes away the guilt of shame that he shouldn't felt as a child. And you see them now feel, Mark and Steven trust each other, which, like I said, this helps him heal mentally. And another thing I just like to point out, I really thought it was very cool how when they're both in the Moon Knight mode, the suits would switch, from Moon Knight to the Moon Knight in a suit, suit and tie type version, and they just had their own fighting styles. And the way they team up, they did, it was really fun, and I definitely want to see that type of team up more on other Marvel villains in the MCU by those two. And like I said, this was a really great way. Like, now people can know, like, when Mark's in the Moon Knight suit, this is Mark. And then they can tell when Steven's in the Moon Knight suit, this is Steven. And I think that just really helps balance out, because this is a character that is confusing, especially if you read a lot of the Moon Knight comic books. it can be confusing because it's always, like I said, it's always the narrator. You can't trust the type of narrator in those comic books, and definitely on this show. So this is a grade A classic. I really love it on that. Layla is officially a Egyptian superhero by accepting the Tourette's to be her avatar, which she gets the suit, which is such a badass. It's a scarlet scarab suit. It comes with golden wings. She kind of has that Cleopatra thing going on. It's amazing. I seriously hope that Marvel uses her more. Like if you look at that this episode, she snuck in, she blended in with Arthur's like cult, and nobody noticed. She was very sneaky. She got into the Egyptian temple, and she was already sneaking around. Even though even Arthur knew she was there, but he in his mind he felt like he won because Ahmed, she was out, she was ready to go and possess everybody's soul and take over the world type momentum while she was trying to fix it. And Layla is such a badass. I mean, this is why I hope they put her in like the Marvel Secret Wars show that's coming out. I mean, with her ability, it can work. I also really like the fact that with this one, you know, I would like to see her do the female Moon Knight, but who said it couldn't happen? I mean, this is a character I think could be its own character. You know, like it's like Black Widow. At one point, if you look at the Phase One, you know, nobody really thought, oh, Black Widow was gonna have her own solo film or solo show in any type of way. Well, that's the same type of boat Layla, this character's in. I think women will grasp to her. Obviously, just Marvel fans or superhero fans and all will just enjoy her. And I think this is could be a character that could have its own spin-off or even its own film in a way. Like this Layla is really good. I think there's more to this character, and that's why I'm still hoping that they could put her in Secret Wars. Like I think Nick Fury should scoop her up on that. Let's talk about Arthur Harrow. Like I said, throughout this season, Ethan Hawkins he killed it. This guy, this is like his best performance. I wish Arthur was alive now, but I mean, you know, like they say in the showbiz, the character's not dead until you see the body. So did he survive the gunshot? I don't know, but I think this character has too much potential just to throw away. But I'll let Marvel decide that, obviously. But I think Arthur just did a great job. I really like this villain, this character, and he was ready to serve Amen. Like he was like, you know what? Forget about life or death. I choose death for everybody. And his little cane just turned into one alligator head, and I was like, oh, it's about to go death mode. And he obviously got more powerful as soon as he accepted Amen as his avatar, or his to her avatar. Like he's the avatar to her. But like I said, I think it was an amazing performance. I think this guy should be more around in the MCU. I mean, they gotta put him in like the Wakanda film or something like this. This character just cannot be used for the a one season limited series. Like they gotta use this guy more. Like this character's got so much more potential. We need it. Let's go, baby. Now the battle between Khonshu and Ahmed, and then Moon Knight versus Arthur. I really like how they both were fighting at the same time, like, and it did feel like a Power Rangers type moment, but I'm all right with that because I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers. But I like how Khonshu and Amen just became giants, and you know I had a lot of questions like, did the people in Egypt see it? I don't know, but it was such a great battle. I think they did really well with the CGI with Amen too, like especially for the budget they got for the Disney Plus shows. And I know all the Marvel films and Disney Plus got an expensive, high budget film. I get that, but the CGI, oh man, this is the type of CGI you would see in a movie film if you had to go to the theaters to watch this, like Godzilla, Avatar. You know, think about that. That's the type of CGI they used for this, and it was good. Like detail on point. Um, Arthur had the upper hand for a minute, and then bam, Mark and Steven black out, and it looked like Jake took over, and he got murked at least twice, like because Mark and Steven woke up, and there's Arthur with his head split with his own cane, so Jake took over, and I'm just curious what type of Moon Knight suit that Jake wears because he was a whole car killer. Uh, Split personality, obviously. So I'm curious, and that's how the ending was. Uh, Jake took over. Jake snuck into the mental house, took Arthur, and there was Khonshu in an all white suit, sitting in the backseat of a limo, and bang, Jake shot Arthur. Now, like I said, in the TV show business or the entertainment business, they always say character's not dead until you see the body, and we didn't see the body after that. So, is Arthur dead? Me, I would say no, unless they did a season 2 or Kevin Feige like confirms that hey, this character's dead. We got this all planned out, but it's gotta be something like that. But Marvel hasn't announced nothing new or updated about the Moon Knight series continuing forward from this episode. But I believe that Arthur can't really die because if Ahmed's still his avatar or he's the avatar to Ahmed to her, then he can't really die. It's kind of like Mark and Steven, they got shot, but there's some way somehow they got backed up to the real life and they were okay. So I think Ahmed's gonna keep him alive. Like he'll heal up from it some way somehow. Like because this goes back to the afterlife thing. Like we know there's an afterlife universe within this MCU, and they already explained there's multiple ways to get out of the afterlife, and maybe Ahmed knows it one way too because she said she's gonna get out and get her revenge, and here it is. So I'm gonna say Arthur's gonna live. If they do a season 2, he's still in it, and I can't wait because I definitely want to see Jake. I want to see more episodes with just Jake just being so ruthless and you know like Punisher mode. But like I said, I think that's cool. I really think that's cool. I really love this show. It was great. I'm giving episode 6 1 out of 10. Definitely giving it a 10. Um, and they left so much surprises. Like I I think there's more to this, and I definitely hope that I see these Marvel characters in other Marvel's films. So yeah, I really loved it, guys. So that's my review. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel, baby. Peace out.